What is up guys, the boy Raven here today with another fantastic deck video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Sao Paulo Regionals winning deck, Guardian. And of course Guardian, we all know, right, was definitely a fantastic deck in the past few months. But now, even though it won Regionals, I think coming to the Sword and Shield set may actually lose some momentum, some power, because of, well, fairy type is not gonna be not revealed but released anymore, and that is definitely a bummer for many. So this is almost like a farewell deck in the standard format for the fairy type, or at least it looks like it, especially with that win as the last push to tell guys, hey, listen, I was good, I am good, and well, unfortunately I would be good, but can't really play enough. So let's take a look at the whole deck and let's say how it goes. So for those who don't know, of course, Gardevoir Sylveon is a tag team that uses Fairy Song, right? It's a little bit more, I wouldn't say control-ish deck, but it's a simple deck in terms of Pokemon. So you want to use Fairy Song to attach 2 energies to your benched Pokemon, and then, of course, Kaleido Storm, attack, move a bit, energy, right? So there's a lot of moving energy involved in that. And of course, we will be playing also one Lugia GX for Last Purge, because sometimes, you have Pokemons like Mew3 deck, right, or decks like Mew3 where they use Latios with Tag Purge, so you want to get rid of that. You want to put Lost Purge on it. Why not only knock it out? Well, if you're gonna knock it out, Mew3 can still use its attack. With Lost Purge, not anymore, right? It might go also for the Malamars, for many, but putting opponent's active Pokemon with everything attached, right, into the Lost Zone, even maybe they have 6 energies underneath it, just destroys their idea and destroys their game plan, right? Let's say they had a fantastic Reshizad, right? 6 energies, they've knocked out one of your Guardians, you play this Last Purge, 6 energy, and this Reshizad goes straight to the Last Zone, and there are no way to bring back that energy with Fire Crystals or anything else. Of course, you're not taking prize cards for it, but it's still a strategic move that you want to utilize. So let's take a look at the whole deck, shall we? Alright, so as you can see, we only had played 5 Pokemons. We do play 1 Lugia, as I said, and a play set, which means 4 copies of Gardevoir and Sylveon tag team, right? The regular art, and I do play the alternate art, but again, whatever art you want, right? Then we are playing 1 Cherish Ball to find one of those Pokemons. Of course, we do have 2 custom catchers, and they're not only for the draws, but also for sniping the baby cards that you want, right? So you want to snipe that Malamars, you want to snipe those Tapu Koko Prism sometimes, right? Maybe something else that would be a threat to you want to just snipe it. So that is why custom catchers. Then we have 2 energy spinners to find the energy, 1 great catcher for those bigger guys, for the GXs and the tag teams, 1 great potion, a 4 Pokegears 3.0 to search for the supporter that you need at a specific time, and majority of the time this is going to be Green's Exploration, but we're going to talk about it in a second. Then we have 3 reset stamps, again really important card in this matchup, just like 3 copies of Switch. Then we go down a little bit, we got 3 tackles, because again you want to get to the tag teams, right? You want to get to your Guardians, you want to get to Sylveon and Caitlyn, you want to get to Mal and Lana in the time that is great for those cards. Then we got 2 tag switch, so in early game when you're putting the energy onto your bench, if you want to attack, you can either play energy from your hand on your benched one to have 3, use a switch and attack, or use a tag switch and attack with your active one while playing 1 energy from hand onto your bench. You will see that as we're going to play those games. 2 Chaotic Swells with 3 Power Plants, so we are really heavy on the stadiums, but again, Power Plants, really great card, especially against the Mew3, right, or Zeraora, or the Dene GX. So this cuts this down, because we are not using any abilities whatsoever. Then we have 3 Coach Trainers to draw 4 cards, 3 Sylveon and Caitlyn to start bringing back certain supports and still draw 3 cards, 1 Faba to get rid of special energies and tools as well. We got 4, and this is the key card, the crucial card. Green's Exploration that lets you search for 2 trainer cards. And mainly we're going to be searching for either custom catchers, switch and something, energy spinner sometimes, but this just allows you to search for anything you have in your deck. Then we got a Fairy Charm, and we got 2 Mallow and Lanas, of course, right, for healing and switching as well. Then we have 1 Fairy Charm with a Lightning type and 2 Fairy Charms with Psychic type. Of course, what is worth remembering, those Fairy Charms work on GX, because a lot of you, keep forgetting about it. So if you have Fairy Charm Psychic type and there's a Giratina in front of you, well, Giratina's attack's still gonna go through because it's not a GX, right? So you have to be careful. That's why the Mew 3 decks, the Malamar ones, do play that Giratina as well to go through this Fairy Charm. And of course, we got 1 Island Challenge Amulet that you can actually go and put on a Lugia GX to make it a 1 prize attacker that you've just don't care about after you use your Lost Purge, or if you want to disrupt the price count on your opponent, you can put it on the Garden, but that's not what you do always, right? You want to try it on Lugia, but again, that's a situational card, so you have to be careful here. And 9 Energy. That is the whole deck, that is the list, and let's take a look and let's play some games with it, right? So I played with this deck for the last day and a half, and this is the classic Garden that I remember since day 1 that it came out with. There we go. We got some win streak, and it's a classic Garden that I remember since it came out with few different cards, but majority of the deck stayed quite the same throughout the last 6 months, which is quite interesting, right? Because there's not a lot of decks that do stay the same for that period of time, and they're still valid in the standard format. So that is definitely not the best start in the world. We are starting with Lugia GX, and that is not a start I would show, or a starting hand I would show to my mother. But it's fine, we can work this out. We can try to work this out. We're playing against Salazzle. Alright, that's interesting. We're going to go and play 2 to 3 games just to showcase the deck a little bit more, because I know you said like, hey Raven, can you do some more variety of games? And we'll try. It depends on what we're going to actually face here, right? But also you will see those decks when I play them on stream. So yeah, okay. So there's a Mew 3 deck with Heatran, with Salazzle, quite interesting. And if you want any card from this deck IRL, down there below is a TCG player code that you can use and support the channel. And also online, well, remember, online you can trade with packs, and there's a 5% discount on the packs right down there below that you can use. Okay, so right now let's take a look here. So I'm gonna go for the attack call. And well, I have 2 things that I can do. I can either, first things first, let's just browse through the deck. We got custom catchers, we got great catchers. I believe, yeah, okay, so 1 Pokegear is prized, that's good to know. We got all switches, tag call, tag switch, Codex Swell. 1 Green's Exploration is prized, Fairy Charm is prized, 2 energies. Yeah, and 1 Gardevoir and Sylveon. No, okay, we got him here. So, and Faba is prized. There we go. So I can actually play like that if I want to, and just retreat with Mallow and Lana. I mean, retreating with Mallow and Lana is definitely not what you want to do, right? But I don't want to miss the beat with the Fairy Song, so I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna switch again. I can bring back this card, right? I can bring it back with Symphony and Caitlyn, so I'm not really scared of that. We're gonna drop the Power Plant over here and Fairy Song on Lugia GX. I mean, even though we have a tag switch, I can't really move energy from Lugia. I have to use a Kaleido Storm to do that. But it's better to have that energy on board than just not have it. And whoa. This is getting really interesting. So, I mean, me moving him front is not really what I would like to do. Right, so I'm going to use Fairy Song 1 more time, just for 1 energy. I'm going to put it on Lugia. So my Lugia is ready to use the last purge, so he's not going to be able to bring back that energy, because, yeah, I do think he is trying to get to the GX, and I just have to draw something, and even if I would, I can't use a Great Potion, Custom Catcher, well, not a favorable thing to do. But he's just pumping, right? You might say he's pumping, he's just putting a lot of energy right on the Heatran, and, well, he might play a Welder, he might try going that way. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. There are things that are funny, and there are things that are like that. And this is definitely not funny at all. This is not funny at all. Okay, so if I go to tax with okay, here, but yeah, I'm still top decking, so yeah, just pass. Oh, that was, that. So this means, maybe I should have actually went for Sylveon Caitlyn at the beginning. Come on. Oh, if only I had that energy. That's 200 damage now. Oh man. Like, all I need is one energy, and down goes Custom Catcher. And the GX. But at the same time, he only needs Welder, right? And attach 2 energies. Down goes Switch. Oh, great catcher. Yep. That was a GX. That was a GX. This is concede. Just terrible draws on my part. I maybe noticed this. I should have not actually went for Mountain Lana for a switch. I should maybe go for something else. Well, it happens sometimes, right? It does happen. And let's drink a coffee and let's go into game number 2. I mean, if only I drew that energy, right? Because I wanted to Lost Purge him. But I mean, sometimes you're not drawing what you wanted. There was an energy spinner and a deck. There were things, but this looks a lot better. Alright, so I'm going second. That's a favorable way of going with this deck, so definitely going second is great here for me. And Green's Exploration, depending on what I'm gonna draw, right? Because I'm gonna draw energy, well, I don't really have to go. Okay. I mean, I have an idea. It's super silly idea. And I mean, I know this also means that he's going to use the GX, but like my idea is right now to go Green's Exploration, depending on if I'm going to draw the energy or not. Fairy Song on Gardevoir Sylveon. Tag switch, alright. So I got a tag switch. I don't really need to go for Lugia yet. Right, I can, play Sylveon Caitlyn. I mean, if I want to, I can go for Custom Catchers and slow him down. And just lure a switch. Which is not actually a bad idea if I would lure a switch, to be quite honest with you. Alright, let's Sylveon Caitlyn. I'm gonna Pokegear. I'm gonna draw 3. Right, so I got a Tackle and I got an Energy Spinner, which is good. So Fairy Song, 1, 2. So I know I'm just giving him the GX. So I was saying, you know, going for Green's Exploration and knocking out the bench Ultra Necrozma. Like, that's what I was thinking about. But I've decided, you know, to just charge, like, I can give him that. I can give him, you know, the Arceus Dialga Palkia. It's all good. But I was thinking, you know, next turn about playing Green's Exploration for two custom catchers, getting that Ultra Necrozma and knocking it out. But then he can just fuel it with It's like those are like really tough decisions. Alright. Let's knock out ADP. Let's knock out ADP first. Energy Spinner for 1 energy. Because, I mean, he needs 2 energies, and there's no Psychic-type energy anywhere near. I mean, he has it here, right? He has it in his hand, but this is not enough to knock me out. It's not enough to make me question a lot of things. I'm just going to reset stamp him, so he's going to have less cards. Tackle. And I'm going to discard Gardevoir and Sylveon with Cynthia and Caitlyn and draw. Because I don't think there's support. There's no support in the discard pile. I mean, he is, I can play the Charm, why not? And I do have the Energy Spinner, so this means I can actually knock it out with Kaleido Storm. Put 1 energy on the benched one. So this means they both actually have 2 energies, and this also means that I can play that Mallow and Lana if I want to, heal my active, and still be able to attack with the benched one, right? That's why I do like... Oh, and there we go, we got a switch. There we go. So next turn, Custom Catcher, maybe a switch. Depends on the situation, on the spot we're going to be. And, well, hopefully a knockout, right? Because I don't think he can actually deal this amount of damage. There's only 1 Malamar, 1 energy attachment from hand. And I hope that Reset Stamp actually got rid of Metal type energy that he really needs for that Necrozma. Right, Psychic Recharge, definitely on Necrozma right now. There we go, that's on Necrozma. There's no Metal type energy, I'm assuming. So I feel like, yeah. So my next turn is just custom... What? Why? I mean, like, maybe he read that I will have 2 custom catchers, that is a possibility. And that's a GG. And that's all she wrote for that game. Let's go and play game number 3 for more variety, right? As you wanted in the video, so we're gonna try to get that more variety. We got 2 different decks. Of course, the first game we draw really poorly, but let's go to game number 2 and let's take a look what we're gonna have. And the new obstacle will help us, right? And we're probably facing another Malamar Mew3 deck, or something similar, or maybe another Ultra Necrozma one. So let's take a look. Alan Luther is choosing who goes first. Hopefully I'm gonna go second, and I'm going second, so definitely this is right up my alley. Alright, we're both doing mulligans, alright. Okay, I'm still mulliganing. I mean, I do have only 5 mons, so yeah, like mulligans, they are going to be common. It's all good, it's all fine. There is not something to worry about with this deck, right? Definitely, don't worry about it. Mulligans happen, it's okay to mulligan. Okay, so what we're going to have in here. I'm probably going to start with Gardevoir and Sylveon. Hopefully we're going to get a benched one, attack, get that Fairy Song running. I mean, okay, I have the energy, I have a charm, which works for me, right? Like, this is really good that we have that. But there's the one problem with it. Actually finding the mon that I need. Alright, because I do need Like, don't get me wrong, I do really need to find, well, Charge Ball, Increase Exploration, maybe just another GX, just so I can actually utilize the Fairy Song attack. Mysterious Treasure going for what, Mew 3? For Ultra Necrozma, there it is. There's a big boy. Oof. Let's take a look here. At the discard pile, only one metal type energy in the discard pile, so I'm... Well, at least there's not a lot of Psychic type. There might be. There is a Viridian Forest. Pokemon Communication, Giratina back to the deck, so no discarding Giratina with Viridian Forest. Another Inkay, so yeah, he's going all in on those Inkays. So I know the threat is right now there with Necrozma, and oh, let me tell you, this is not looking good for me right now. Like, I can play everything I want, but that's it. I can't really use Fairy Song at all. That is getting interesting, right? So at this point, if he's gonna have Malamars, I might be in trouble. Since we missed this one turn, right? We missed this turn 1 Fairy Song onto another Gardevoir Sylveon that's benched. Lily, draw 4. Like, I'm thinking right, you know, and okay. Oh yes, there's a Green's Exploration. Okay, let's go for it. So I can't, you know what? I'm gonna go like that. So I'm gonna go. Where's oh, I don't have a Cherish Ball. Cherish Ball is prized. No. Okay, Tackle. Whew, forgot about Tackle. And I'm gonna grab myself another Green's Exploration for the next turn. Right, so Tackle. That was, I mean, that was too close. That was too close. Alright, so Symph and Caitlyn. Yeah, I think that's not a bad move. I can bring back Green's Exploration later. And a Fairy Song, 2 energies on the bench. So my next turn move probably is going to be something along way of Great Catcher and getting that Ultra Necrozma. Or if he's going to knock out, you know, Gengar Mimikyu. Okay, I didn't expect Gengar Mimikyu to drop. So there's also going to be a Mew 3 in this deck. Alright, so I know... Oh, okay, so we kind of know where we are at. 100, yeah, that's a knockout. He has a knockout right there. So I'm going Green's Exploration for another Charm, that's Psychic type, and I'm going for an Energy Spinner, and we're knocking out Ultra Necrozma. Because my Lugia is priced, I know that. So he's going down to 3 price cards. And I'm still in not a bad position right now, because, well, he has to go for Giratina to start doing something. So let's go Green's Exploration for what I said I'm gonna go for. Energy Spinner and the Charm. And I'm putting the Charm for, actually, you know, this, for the Gengar Mimikyu, because I am playing a lot of items. I am playing a lot of trainer cards, so I do have to have stuff like that. So there we go. Alright, Energy. And a Kaleido Storm. 2 price cards, so hopefully there is Lugia. Okay. So we're slowly getting there. We got it, Lugia. Symph and Caitlyn next turn. Lugia will definitely drop next turn. And we start, right? I have to start knocking out those Malamars. I do have one custom catcher. Hopefully we're going to draw into another one. Maybe we're going to draw another Green's Exploration. But I know where he's... Okay, there goes another Ultra Necrozma. Or a Great Catcher. Also would be great right now, right? Getting that Great Catcher just to knock out that Ultra Necrozma. So there's a lot of things, into that game, into especially this matchup, and I'm kind of, surprised that he is going for the Ultra Necrozma. He's going for this, like, really, really tough knockouts. I mean, he can go, because, again, he can attach from energy from hand. That has to be a metal type. 2 energies from Malamars, and, well, that is a scenario. Oh, right, so he's going, okay, so he's going over here on the Gengar Mimikyu. Alright, if he has Metal type energy, that might be a GG next turn for me, because he's gonna go Horror House GX. Like, that's what you want to do, right? Horror House GX, then retreat, then just knock me out with Necrozma. Alright, a switch into a switch into a Horror House GX. So yeah, so that was just for the draw. Well, not a lot of things I can do, right? There's literally nothing I can do, so just a Kaleido Storm, 150. Let's take a look at the discard pile. 1 energy in the discard pile only. He still needs that Metal type. So I'm gonna go and assume he has the Metal type energy. That was attachment from hand, so he doesn't have it. He doesn't have a Metal type energy. Okay, so next turn is my opening. So next turn I must draw into a custom catcher, 1 copy, or into a great catcher. That is a must. Or a Green's Exploration. I have 3 options with 34 cards. That is almost impossible to do at this point. Or there's also another way of doing things, and that may be actually going, with Psychic. So that's 30, 60, 90, which knocks out Gengar and Mimikyu, right? So that'll be attack switch, energy. And Poltergeist doing nothing. Okay, so let's take a look at a coach trainer. And we drew! Oh, we drew it! Oh my goodness. Alright, so I actually drew the custom catchers that I needed. Oh my goodness, what a game. Love it. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna go with Lugia, because that's a 2 prize card. Attacker, energy on Lugia. I mean, there's no point of drawing this power plant, but I can just get rid of him. So yeah, let's just go with power plant. I am not using any abilities whatsoever. And Kaleido Storm for a knockout on that Ultra Necrozma. That custom catcher. That 1 custom catcher. And now we're just going for a great catcher. That is what I'm gonna try to look for. And if he's gonna go with Giratina, well, I know I'm going with Last Purge. I just know if he's going to go for Giratina. Last Purge is going to be a thing. Let's take a look. I do still have 2 catchers, right? Yeah, I still do have 2 catchers. Alright, so he drew that. Okay, so he drew Lugia for 2 prize cards. He's going to have a knockout. But this also means I'm knocking him out back. So that's a GG. That's all she wrote for that game. What a game, against well, one of the top decks in the format, and that is a GG. So you definitely know, in my opinion, that's a really, really good deck. Honestly, this is a deck that is a fantastic farewell to the fairy type as we know it. I mean, we can still play fairy type, but we're just not going to be released anymore, and this is a great farewell deck for that format. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Goodbye and good night. Raven loves ya. Take care. Bye. And see you guys on Twitch. It's Raven Cold Snatchku. Bye.